What's up, gang? I have a slight dilemma. As busy as we are over at the arcade, the toy store still needs my help too, and they have given me well over my weight in handheld video games. That's not even counting the consoles. I pulled out probably the easier cells out of the bunch, and what we're gonna do is just kind of go through them, test them, make sure they work, see if there's any kind of repairs I can make on the ones that don't, and then we'll go ahead and make those repairs. Might be 2 videos with how many we have here, but if this is the kind of content you like, make sure you hit that like button and let me know, and stick around and we'll get this done. So the first thing I did was I picked up a good selection of batteries. One thing I didn't get that I wish I would have been some little watch batteries and some like 2032 disc batteries. None of these games here take them, but some of them in the bunch do. But I did get some C's, some D's, a 9-volt, some AA's and AAA's. The biggest problem that you're going to run into with these games is people have left the batteries in them. And this one is Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. So the biggest problem, like I was saying, is going to be battery corrosion inside here. And this one looks good, but I will make sure that I show you when we do run across it. So this one takes 2 AA's. So let me grab a couple of those and we'll throw it in here and see how this one works. All right, first up we have the Double Dragon. Let's see if I can get a little better angle here. That sounds good. I don't see anything on the screen. There we go. Let's see. Looks like the buttons are responding. Looks like it is a Tiger Electronic game and it's terrible. But it works. It needs to be cleaned. So we'll throw this in the to be clean pile for one of the red shirts. On to the next. All right, we have game number 2, Gauntlet, and we have another winner. Looks like everything's fine. This game doesn't look quite as terrible as Double Dragon. It does look like there could be a little fun to be had on this one maybe. But that's game number 2 that works. So far so good. Okay, next we have Power Rangers. This one is definitely way more beat up. If you can see, the scratches on it are probably going to make it really, really hard to see. Let's see here. Start. I see a score. Okay, there we go. What are we doing? We're just a Power Ranger running down the road. Another one of these fantastic Tiger games. I'm gonna make sure the buttons work. Okay, punch, punch. Punch out, then we flip. Okay, well, we got all the buttons do work on this one too. I don't hear any sound. Okay, so I'll put this one aside and we'll check the sound on this one. It is a little beat up. And somebody might like, and see, it says talking. You gotta get that sound going. All right, this one will go in the other pile. Next one, we have baseball. This is obviously one of the older ones. I actually had this one. It's one of the first ones I had. We may have a problem here. See, this looks good on this side, but on this side here, it is really, really rusty. So I'm just gonna hit that with some sandpaper real fast before I put some batteries in it, and we'll see if we can get it to come to life. But I'm gonna have to take that apart and clean that really well before we sell it. Give me a second to see if we can get it to come to life. Okay. So I use this file here and then just kind of wore a spot on there. I'll show you in a second. Hopefully this works here. Okay, start on. Let's see what we can. Okay. And looks like we work. Yep, she works. Okay, I'll show you here. And so I just sanded enough off just to make contact there. You can see. But I'm gonna take this apart. We'll do it either in the second half of this video or in the next video. We'll do them all. I'm not sure how many broken ones we're gonna have, how long that's gonna take. And let's go ahead and check this one. I already got batteries in it. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Okay. Uh-oh. No, there it is. Oh, I don't know how to play. Alright, fantastic. Okay, let me swap over some batteries and we'll try X-Men and Madden 95. They really needed to put 95 on there? Did they come out with a new one of these every year? Mm-hmm. I know they did for like the home systems, but really on this one? Alright, I worked a little bit ahead to save us some time. This one here I didn't notice earlier, but it has a tag on it, and the guys used that one to test games, so we don't have to worry about that one. The Madden here is fine, everything worked. I couldn't really figure out how to play it very well, but and I think I showed you guys this one too, I'm not sure. Gotta pick a mode or something. There we go. It works. So we'll put it back in the good pile. Okay, and then we have X-Men here. X-Men forever. It takes 3 batteries instead of 2. And I can't tell if it's like a beat 'em up where you just run back and forth or if it's a fighting game. Looks like maybe it's a fighting game. And it looks like these high and low kicks don't work, but the punches work fine. Let's see if we can verify. There's up, down. Okay, so these don't work. So we'll put this one in the repair pile. So far we have Power Rangers with no sound, and that one with no kick buttons. Okay, let's start on some of these Nintendo handhelds. Both of these work. I don't have any games for them, so I can't test them a whole lot. And I don't know if this is an issue with all of them, but it's really sensitive on this power button. You can see, oh, right there is the light that comes on when the power, it works, it comes on, powers up. Let me try again to get the flash on there. You can see it's like flashes red, and there's a little green. This is hard to do one-handed too. But if you get it just right, it'll come on. And it looks like they all do this. So I'm gonna do a little research on that, and there we go. And then this one is exactly the same. There we go, that was a little easier. I adjusted the contrast on them so that it looks a little better. But I don't know if that's a common problem. I'll look off camera. If that's something that we can address in this one, then we'll do that too. If it's something easy, might be just cleaning this switch. Not sure about that. We'll go ahead and set those aside. Maybe there's nothing you can do about it, but I'll find out and we'll figure that one out. This is a DS. If I can get it open. I really wish I didn't forget my tripod. This one also works fine. I just had to charge all of these. This one works too. Here's the power button, where's it at? Sorry. Sorry. There it is. The hinge on it there. There we go. This is kind of loose, but it seems to be okay. This one has Zelda on it, and it seems to be fine. It's a pretty nice one too. I've been playing this one myself. But those are good. Those will go in the done pile, need to be cleaned. Then we have, this is a standard, was this Gameboy Pocket. And power buttons up here. And the screen comes on. And I don't know if that's because it doesn't have a game in it. It doesn't normally say Game Boy there. It's kind of blocked out, but we do have the registered trademark. We do have volume. So when I go in next, I'll throw a game in here and see if that's fine, or we might have to do something else to this one. So we'll just put it in the maybe pile. And this poor guy here, and this is what I was saying we would run into. This is the biggest problem with handhelds and battery games. The alkaline starts leaking and it gets all over this stuff. This one here will definitely have to be its own video. I don't know if this is anything you guys are interested in. Let me know in the comments. I definitely can do a video on this where we can just clean it all up and replace anything that got corroded, and it should fire back up. It's got to be a pretty good example, I'd say. It's even over here on this side too. Okay, so that one is, I can throw that away now. This one is definitely going to be in our repair pile. And let's see, we have these 3 Colecos here. But I don't know if this one actually is a Coleco. I just always lumped it in with these. This one, you have to have the light coming in from the top to see the graphics on it. Let's go ahead and do that one since it's different than these two. So I will go ahead and put a couple C batteries in it, and then we'll put it underneath this light here, right over here, and we'll check it out. This is the Donkey Kong here, and as you can see, it didn't come on for me earlier. There's a little bit of rust on here, and so I'm just going to sand that off or file it off on the inside and around this top of this rim here, and then we'll see if it comes on there, and then I can take it apart and pull that. That actually might just slide out. It's only, it's got one wire to it, but it'll be pretty easy to sand off. Let me try that and we'll see if it comes on. All right, here is the Donkey Kong. It seems to work. This is the one that's lit from above. So I can get a little bit of gameplay on it. How do I play this? I'll get up there. Oh, come on. No, that wasn't how to do it. All right, but that's that one. Let me pull these out here. And we'll test this with Pacman. I kind of have a tripod at the moment. This one has some corrosion and crud in it, but I think it does come on. But I'll have to remember to come back and clean this one up. These springs are really good at shooting the batteries back out. All right, hang on one second. Okay, see if we can see that Hey, Pacman. Miss Pacman. I don't know what I did. Oh, I definitely ran into a ghost that time. Oh, I'm playing head to head. That's what's going on. I got 2 Pacman at the same time. All right. Well, this one works. All right, and let me set up for the last one. So these 2 right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.